Okay, it's great to introduce my next special guest on my show now. We have performer, singer, songwriter, and all-rounder. We have Macy joining me on my show. Welcome, Macy. How are we doing today?
Yeah, I'm really well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for taking time out to speak to me on my show today.
Oh, thank you for having me on. I'm excited.
Yeah, great. So Macy, where are you situated in the world at present?
So I'm from South Wales and a small town called Abertillery.
Cool. And have you always lived in that surrounding area?
Yeah, I've lived here since I was born.
Brilliant. I know with being half Welsh myself, the singing is very dear to our hearts, isn't it?
It is indeed, it is.
Who are some of like the Welsh greats who have inspired you over time?
Stereophonics,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah, like fan kind of vibes. Catherine Jenkins' stunning voice, obviously completely different to what I do, but I did touch a bit of musical theatre back when I was younger, so I looked up to her a lot as well.
Yeah, good choices. Great. And in my notes here, Jessie J has played a bit of an inspiration in your music as well.
Yes. So Jessie J is probably where I found my love for music, to be honest, because she released the song called Price Tag. And I was in my bedroom and I was always a dancer before I was a singer. I say this every time because I literally was. And Price Tag come on and I started like just singing along. I was literally like 9 years old. And my dad like come in and I can remember it and he was like, "You can sing." And I was like, "Can I?" I was like, okay. And then there was a competition in school called Stars in Their Eyes. So obviously that's when you dress as like, your favorite celebrity. So I obviously had to go as Jessie J. So I put the black wig on and I performed Price Tag and ended up winning the competition. And I think from then that's just where the look of like pop music just happened.
Oh, wonderful. Stepping Stones. I remember that video quite well. What's your favorite Jessie J song? Would it be that one, Price Tag?
Yeah, I think it probably is Price Tag just because of like how much it means to me.
Oh, that's great. I know I play domino on my shows sometimes. That's quite a catchy poppy song.
Day Domino.
That one always seems to go down well. And maybe Jess Glynn as well. She was around that time. Jessie J, Jess Glynn. She
Yeah,
quite inspiring.
yeah, I think so. I think because obviously I don't think I listen much to Jess Glynn. I think
Hmm.
I hear it more now than I did when I was younger. But yeah, definitely she was around that time. So yeah, all them people coming through at that time was they were big
Yeah.
inspirations.
Marvelous. And you had a bit of a dance background before you were a singer. Does your dance background help with your all-round performances rather than just like say singing, like standing still?
Yeah, 100%. And I think like I when I was entering the competitions when I was younger, they always used to like, bring me up on my stage presence. And like still now I love to bounce around the stage. But I think when I was younger, I honestly you couldn't catch me. If there was a cameraman, I'd just be like running back and forth
Mm.
and they'd be like and yeah, like the dancing now as well. I did have a few lessons, so I've picked up a few things over the years.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Great. And how essential is confidence singing? Because you hear of great singers, but they just don't have the confidence. Do you have any advice to them at all? How you can just boost your self-esteem up?
Yeah, I think obviously confidence is like a massive thing, and don't get me wrong, some days I lack a lot of confidence. Like it's not something. I think it's just sometimes you've got to put a front on, but I guess like just believing in yourself and kind of, just being yourself as well on stage.
Yeah.
Because I think so many people try and be someone else, and like it just doesn't work, and I think that makes it worse. If
Mm.
that makes sense.
Yeah, sure. Self-belief then.
Yeah, I'd say self belief.
Yeah, cool. And going into you growing up, your teenage years, did you have a hairbrush in the mirror moment? Where you used to stand up in front of the mirror and try and, impersonate your favorite pop star, Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera or so on.
I still do that now to Sabrina Carpenter.
Ah, it does
um,
help, doesn't it?
Definitely. And like, when I was with my friends back in primary school, we used to come over and we pretend we're in a girl band. And like, I used to love being like Cheryl Cole and like, Vanessa from the Saturdays.
Yeah. I think when I said Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, I think that might have just been just a little bit before your time.
Yeah. But I love Britney Spears and like I can do a really good impression.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I know Whitney Houston, she still goes down well with like, people your age.
yeah, massive like especially over the last 2 years. of making music, Whitney Houston has been a massive inspiration for my sound as well,
Mm.
especially production. So yeah.
Great. It's really good that music in your age range, like from 80s, 90s, does appeal to you. It's really refreshing to hear.
Yeah, I think it's really important to just like, have a wide range of, just listen to as much
Yeah.
music as you can as well, because some people are so close off to things. I think, I just love a bit of everything.
Yeah, best way to be. There's so much music out there. Why not, diversify? Brilliant. What I like about you as well, because I've just prepared my notes. So you got bags of personality, and if you don't mind me saying, a bit of a pocket rocket as well.
Oh, thank you.
It's good. It's good to have bags of personality in what you do, isn't it?
Oh, thank you so much. That means so much.
No worries, you're welcome. And what's it like to achieve so much amount of success in a short amount of time?
Yeah, it's incredible. And I think like sometimes I forget, like I think being a creative, you just want the next thing to happen. And it's just like when the next thing pops up, that's amazing. And then
Mm,
like it's like, oh, when's the next thing gonna happen? But sometimes, yeah, I've got to sit down and just realize like what's happened, and
mm,
what I have achieved. And it's all honestly been incredible. And like, thank you to everyone that's helped me
mm.
achieve these because I wouldn't be able to do it without
Yeah.
them.
Sometimes it can be a roller coaster ride. Sometimes it's nice just to take a step back, and reflect.
Yes, definitely. Because sometimes, you can just keep going and going and going, and then it's like, oh, and that's.
And they say in this music business, it's so unpredictable. You have your highs and lows, ups and downs. Do you find it you're busy and then it just goes quiet suddenly?
Yeah, it's crazy, and then you just get like the odd email through on a Monday morning. You're like, oh, cool, that's next.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that. Yeah, you just don't
Mm.
know what's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
I always find when you don't think about things happens when you least expect it.
Literally,
Mm.
literally. And I think there was a moment like last year where I was a bit like, oh, like not a lot's happening. And then all of a sudden I had the email through for the Principality Stadium. And I was like, right, this is why I'm doing it. Like, this is.
Mm. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm not sure if there's a bit of laws of attraction in there, but there's some kind of planets aligning, maybe.
I believe in all that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not in my journal.
brilliant. On radio as well. What do you like about radio? Here I know you had your songs on national radio. That must have been a good stepping stone for you.
Yeah, definitely. And just being on a platform, on any platform of radio, and having so many different people hear the music. And especially then if I tune in, I can listen to other people's music and kind of like, contact them if I wanted to songwrite. I think it's just amazing,
Mm.
that different platforms where you can listen to so much music.
Very good. And what do you like about local radio, community radio, hospital radio? They seem to hit the niches where the mainstream radio stations don't manage to hit.
Yeah, I think, because having these interviews, I do a lot of these interviews, and they mean so much to me because it just feels, I know, like, obviously the big platforms do care, but I feel like you guys care a little bit more,
Yeah,
No, I don't want to offend anyone, but like, radio when they'll play a song and then it's just like done, and then it's like, but like you guys, you keep playing the
yeah.
songs and stuff. I just think that's so cool.
Of course. And where'd you get your drive and passion from? I know I said you got bags of personality, which that comes naturally. But where'd you get like your oomph, to just wake up in the morning and get your passion?
Um, I think I've always been like a creative like my entire life, and my dad has been like a massive part of it as well. So yeah, I think my dad like really helps me out with doing that as well. And yeah, I think I've just finished my full-time job. I touched on this in the last interview.
Mm,
Now that gives me like a massive push, really like just yeah,
mm.
go for it.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. Because I'm a DJ, I do gigs at night. So I don't drive, my dad's still taking me to my gigs to this very day. It's good to have a bit of family support. What do
Lucky.
your friends think about like your music and success? So do they come and support you on the gigs and everything?
Yeah, they're really, really supportive. And I'm lucky for like the circle of friends I've got that has been there not even from the beginning. I've had friends that I've met like 2 years ago, and they come to my gigs more than people I've known all my life. So,
Mm.
but yeah, the people that do come, I'm really grateful for, and yeah, they're very supportive.
Amazing. Now onto your music. Now you've made quite a number of tracks like over the years. At the moment, are you making what's your most recent release, and would that be making into an EP at all?
Yes, so I obviously released an EP last year, and I've actually got a single coming next month, which is exciting.
Okay.
But yeah, so this that's the first single of this year coming next month because I needed that time to get back in the studio, and just like refresh
Hmm.
everything. And kind of stepping into a new era, which will be revealed very soon.
Oh, brilliant. Just looking at your Spotify, favorites include Pink Bandana and
Yes,
I played one of your tracks before in the past, Forget Me Not Blue as well. How was that one received?
Get Me Not Blue. Yeah, that one went down really well. It was actually this is a funny story. So I was in a bar the other night with my friend and it come on.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I was sipping my cocktail. I was like, it's me. I was like, that's crazy. So yeah, Pink Bandana has had like a good attention on Spotify, but I think Get Me Not Blue is like popping up in different places because my
Hmm.
friend used it the other day as well. So yeah.
Hmm. One of my questions I've asked previous guests before was, what's it like hearing your track played, like say in a fast food restaurant or a shopping centre or even a nightclub?
It's pretty crazy because I feel like I'm sat there and people around me don't really know that it's me,
Hmm.
and I'm like, oh, it's me. It's really strange, but it's so
Yeah.
cool.
Job well done, though.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I had a brief listen to your tracks, I like each one of them. They've got like a cool pop with an R&B edge to it.
Yeah, and a lot of people say that my pop music is quite different every time I release a track. And like I love that because I feel like I don't want to be stuck in a box with pop.
Mm,
I feel like you can really experiment. So yeah, I love that you've said that. Thank you.
mm. Do you like to play like any instruments like piano or guitar at all, or is just like being on stage your main focus?
Yeah, I think like, when I go in the studio, I can like play a little bit on piano and like if I'm trying to get some ideas. But being on stage, I think for me it's about just performing. Not that people don't
Hmm.
but you know what I mean. Like I just love the mic and I love to just jump around.
Oh, that's good. Going on to being on stage as well. A little bit tells me you like a bit of musical theatre as well.
Yes, I do. I'm actually in a show next week. I haven't done a show for like 5 years now, and I'm in the Phantom of the Opera next week, and
Oh,
I'm a
wow.
So yeah, I've put my ballet shoes back on and I'm going back on stage next week with my friends. And I think the reason for diving back into musical theatre is the social as well. I think, like a lot of my friends do musical theatre and I grew up around musical theatre. So I just thought that now is like probably the right time just to maybe do it for another year, just enjoy it. And yeah,
That's absolutely amazing. Do you like Disney as well? Do you have a favorite Disney soundtrack as well?
love Disney so much. I went to Disneyland last year and I literally cried.
Ah, also, do you like going to pantomimes, or would you be open in being in pantomime?
Yeah, so I've never actually been in a pantomime. I can remember when I was younger, I definitely went to a pantomime, but I had like one of them wands and I got all my hair stuck in them.
Hmm,
So that wasn't very fun. But yeah, I would go and definitely watch pantomime.
yeah,
I probably wouldn't be in a pantomime, but yeah, yeah, yeah. They are funny.
yeah. I mean, essentially, you are an artist, and that's what we're
Yeah.
here to talk about. So brilliant. And going back to your songs as well, are your songs based on personal experiences?
Yeah, so my recent EP is actually based all of the EP is based on personal things, and I found that quite hard because I think it's really raw writing about like things that actually happen, and I think it's a lot harder. And I think when I wanted to write this EP, every producer I worked with, I was like, I just want it to be really personal, and yeah, yeah, it was quite difficult, but it was a really good experience, and yeah.
Your music as well, reaching international standard. It says here impressive international following. Do you ever hear back from people from overseas, different countries?
Yeah, and like I look at my like Spotify stats and I see like people like in America listening, Germany, and just like different places from around the world. And I'm like, I didn't even expect it to get that far. It's
Hmm.
crazy. When I
And
had the radio as well, like there was people like, messaging in from different countries and stuff. It was just crazy, yeah.
just adding to that, people who listen to your music also listen to Foxglove. Triple L and Trey Hill. Have you heard of any of them before?
Yeah, so Foxglove is actually a local artist, which is quite cool. She's Welsh as well, and she's from Cardiff. So yeah, that's cool.
What's the gigging scene like in Cardiff? I know Swansea's good as well. Do you perform many gigs around the area, South Wales?
Yeah, so I do a lot of my shows in Cardiff. The gigging scene is amazing in Cardiff. There's like gigs happening every day. You know, you could go to a gig every night
Hmm.
if you want to. But I do live about nearly an hour away, so it's quite a trek. But obviously, I
Hmm.
go there for shows. But yeah, I do a lot of gigs in Cardiff. Yeah.
Real. I haven't been to Cardiff in ages, so I visit there and be on the cards. Any gigs coming up? Do you have a website or a Facebook page where people can watch your gigs or play it?
Yeah, so I've got a website, Macy Music, and all on social media platforms at Macy Music. And yeah, I'm headlining a festival in August, which is my first headline, which I'm so excited about. And that is Pine Festival in Llandudno. And then I've got a show coming up in a couple of weeks, but I can't announce that yet. And I've got an appearance somewhere, which I can't announce yet either,
Yeah,
but it'll all be on my social
yeah.
medias.
All in good time then. Watch this space. So you got quite a lot to look forward to then, being in Phantom of the Opera, then the festivals and this new EP out. Busy young lady you are.
I love it.
Yeah, good to keep busy. That's what they say. Couple more questions to go. If you had an opportunity to play anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Oh, this one's a hard one. There's so many places. Um, Madison Square Gardens. I know that's really like high up in the
Hmm.
sky, but that would just be an absolute dream one day.
Yeah, some mega concerts there, haven't there been over the years?
Right.
Have you ever been to the NYC, the Big Apple yet?
Yes, I have. I went 2 years ago. It was just, I felt like I was in a film.
Wow. Is it just like they say, like in the movies, they say like where they make all the films, you will see it like in the cinema.
Yeah, and like when I walked out, and I was like, whoa, it was just like a change of atmosphere. It was really strange. And yeah, it was incredible. I'd love to go back again.
Hmm. It's a place which I nearly made but didn't quite make, but I will get there eventually.
Aw.
Would you say to people it's worth it then?
It's 100% worth it. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
100%.
6 or 8 hours on the flight, depending on the jet stream.
Literally, and I'm so scared of flying, but I was like, I'm just doing it. And I did it, and I was yay.
Well done, you only here once. Anything else you may just like to add to the interview, like for your followers, your fans, your friends?
Yeah, I would just say like obviously if you can follow me on all social media platforms, that would be insane. And just like thank you for listening. And I'm just so grateful for you guys streaming my music if you are listening now. And just thank you for being there. And I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. So yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Well, thanks for joining me on today's show, Mason. I'm so glad that you accepted my invitation to come on. You're real natural and a pleasure to interview. And we'll choose one of our songs to play on my show now for our listeners. All right.
Oh, thank you so much for
Yeah,
having me.
you're welcome. We'll try and reschedule another interview in, let's say, nearer the end of the year, just to see how you're progressing and everything, and with your new music and a catch-up interview. All right.
I love that. Thank you so much.
All right then, no worries, and all the best with your theatre and your new EP and projects.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
and we will catch up with you soon.
Yeah,
Have a great time.
thank you, and you.